Hello, Dan.
How you doing, Gino?
Good, and you?
Good.
You guys ready for me?
I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, we're ready to go.
All right, man. Let's have a look at what you're doing here at the bridge.
All right. CPM Constructors, we're a general contracting company. We do mostly state work. We do some other work. It's private work. Typically, we do heavy construction, bridges, roads. We've done some schools. And we typically take the job from the get-go, and we take care of hiring all the subcontractors and walk the job right through till completion.
When did you start this project?
I wasn't here from the start. I've been here since March. I believe the job was started around 3 years ago. We're hoping to be done September of this year.
Why did it take 3 years to do it?
It's a difficult project. There was of course, it's the Salmon River. We have 2 months that we can work in the water, what they call an in-stream window. So that's the only time that you can actually work in the stream. A fair amount of work has to be done in the river, around the edges of the river. They had to close down some of the streams, different barrels of the stream to complete the work. So that was probably the biggest factor in the time. There's actually 3 bridges here. There's a lot of agencies involved. We work for the MDOT. The MDOT has to take care of getting all the permits. When we take the job, all the permits have been acquired by the state. This particular job, I believe even the Army Corps of Engineers was involved in. This is a temporary bridge called the Maybe Bridge. That's a brand. That's the company that makes it. This was put in so that we could take out the old bridges and maintain 2 ways of traffic, all the time, or at least most all the time. Once we move traffic over here, we'll take that bridge out again. And that bridge will actually be going to another job to be reused. This is called sheet pile. We drive that in the ground. So before the sheet pile was there, this was all dug out. And that helped to hold the material back so the road didn't cave in, so we could have traffic over there. Right here is Texas Rail. This is something that's somewhat unique to this bridge. We don't put Texas Rail on all bridges because it's downtown Machias. This is something they wanted to do to give it a nicer look.
More of a traditional look.
More of a traditional
look. Does it look similar? See, I wasn't here. Does this thing look similar to the old bridge?
Somewhat similar, yeah. It's a little different, but it's somewhat similar. It's a lot closer than what we normally do with the barrier or just a plain guardrail. Mm-hmm. Now we've just walked off of one of the bridges. That's the first bridge. Then we're going to be coming on to another bridge which we call the Center Bridge. That's the East Bridge. This is the Center Bridge. Where traffic is driving over down there is actually the West Bridge. Traffic's already been on that since last year. And during this time, again, this is a Salmon River, and they kind of monitor what's going on here to make sure that we're going by the regulations and whatnot.
Is there a ladder underneath for the salmon?
No. This they just naturally go up. They tell me that they call it the west barrel of the stream more than anything. That's where most of the salmon go up through. Pretty heavy traffic through here. We've been trying to maintain 2 lanes of traffic because we understand that it's an inconvenience. Some of our work just we can't do it without being out in traffic and getting down to 1 lane. Summertime there's more traffic than wintertime, but even in the winter there's, when I got here in March, there seemed to be a fair amount of traffic coming across here. You wouldn't think so for a small town, but there's a lot of traffic. This is an area that's been a difficult area because of the depth of the hole. These guys are building the retaining wall. This also was the area where we'd hit some contaminated soil, which we had the DEP involved, and everybody come up with how we had to deal with it.
What is it?
Coal tar.
Coal tar, and what's that from?
Well, I'm not sure anybody knows for sure. We had Clean Harbors up here removing and taking care of the coal tar. They tell me it was a byproduct from a methane gas plant. I guess originally they used to power the street lights with gas, and they tell me there's probably a methane gas plant right here. You know, they made it locally. This is 22-ton Grove. He's picking up steel panels, and that's going to be forms for the retaining wall. Now those are all bolted together. We have ties that hold the front and the back together. And once we install those, we fill them full of concrete. We have to cure it for a week, and then we can stop curing, water curing. We do it for 1 week. These guys are getting ready to set these steel panels. They're putting form oil on it. That helps to, when we pour the concrete, it's called form release, so that the concrete doesn't stick to the panels.
Where do you get most of your employees from?
We have a variety here. We have some fellows from out of town. Some guys have worked for the company for a while. We've got a fair number of people that are local, and what I call local is if they can drive from home and get here.
So that could be
We have probably half of our crew's from Perry.
from Perry.
Yep. This is Charlie. He's my foreman.
Hi, Charlie.
He's hooked on. This is his fall protection. Whenever we're working over 6 feet in height, we have to wear harnesses and fall protection. That's a worker safety issue. OSHA regulations require it. At CPM, we don't want people getting injured, and safety is one of the first things we look at when we're doing a job.
Okay. Now, okay, so.